Welcome to the Prepped and Polished podcast, the podcast that empowers you to take control of your education, featuring weekly interviews with influencers in the world of education, as well as tutoring tips, lessons, and updates. And now, here's your host, Alexis Avila.
Hi everyone, this is Alexis Avila of Prepped and Polished, a tutoring and test prep firm that provides in-person and online tutoring and test preparation for college entrance and grad school tests, private school tests, and academic subject tutoring such as math, science, English languages, and study skills coaching. For more information, please check out preppedandpolished.com. And while you're there, make sure to go to www.preppedandpolished.com and sign up for our monthly newsletter. I welcome you to the Prepped and Polished podcast, where we interview amazing and inspiring guests in the world of education, as well as offer tutoring and test prep tips, lessons, and update episodes. Get to know the Prepped and Polished community. You can find us on Facebook, Prepped and Polished, on Twitter, @PreppedPolished, and Instagram, Prepped and Polished 1. You can submit a question at any time to radio@preppedandpolished.com. I love hearing from you. Joining our show today is Robin Neff Clebnik, founder of Intern Boston, a firm that provides students with customized internships. Robin founded Intern Boston after 30 years of coaching and management experience in education, information technology, and consulting. More recently, Robin managed the mentor development effort for a well-known career exploration program in the greater Boston area. In 2 years, she generated an unprecedented number of new mentors and placed over 80 interns. Today, Robin talks about the importance of internships as part of the college application process and why internships are important for students' overall professional development. Robin, thanks for coming on the Prepped and Polished podcast. How are you doing today?
I am terrific, Alexis. Thank you for asking.
Perfect. Can you focus on a couple of pivotal moments that brings you to speak with us today as the founder of Intern Boston?
You know, it's been a very interesting and exciting journey to this point. I did spend most of my career in high technology sales and business development, and a few years ago I took a step back to reassess my goals. At the time, I was a parent coach for our local high school speech team, as well as a national forensics league judge. That experience, coupled with a consulting engagement with the Career Services Office of a local college, led to a 2-year contract helping to run a state-funded internship program for high school and college students.
Wow.
In the fall of 2014, I decided it was time to go out on my own. And so with the help of 2 colleagues, I founded Intern Boston. Our goal was to provide a program which offered more structure, detailed work plans, and one-on-one counseling and support. We are thrilled to be able to offer our Summer 60 program, which encompasses all of these important attributes.
Super cool. So you talked a little bit about it, but what types of services does Intern Boston provide, and how do you work with students?
Well, what we do is we provide high school and college students with a specialized internship experience that allows them to explore a career strand, gain real-world experience, build confidence, and develop essential life skills. So the way that it works is once we receive an application from the student, we match that student with an internship coach, and we schedule an initial screening interview. During the screening, the internship coach and the student will review the student's first and second careers of interest, the program requirements, location preferences, and schedule availability. Over the next 90 days, internship coaches work diligently to find the optimal internship placement for the student. Once a match is determined, the student's internship coach will provide information and instructions to the student to arrange an interview directly with a representative from that organization. Students are required to make contact and arrange in-person or Skype interviews immediately. Students are expected to prepare for their internship interview, and we ask them to do research and prepare questions for the interviewer and bring a resume. Additionally, the student's internship coach will prepare students in interviewing techniques and conduct mock interviews with students. Students are required to complete 4 internship journals, each submitted upon completing 15 internship hours. These journal assignments prompt students to articulate what they have learned while helping them to connect their experiences with their academic knowledge and skills. Students must complete a short project that pertains to their internship. The following are examples of internship projects. They can do a short written interview with a person from their sponsoring organization. They can do a newspaper article or newsletter, a PowerPoint presentation, a 2-minute video, or finally, a podcast.
Oh, kind of like mine. Cool.
Yeah.
Robin, why are internships important?
Well, for students who are high school juniors, seniors, or already in college, an internship is a way to learn more about an industry or a field while being part of a real-world work environment. It's one thing to learn about a business or an industry in class, but it's quite different and enlightening to experience it firsthand. As an intern, students can apply their internship experiences to what they've learned or are learning in class. Additionally, an internship is a great way for students to test drive a career area before making big decisions about where to go to college or what to major in.
That's amazing. And I was wondering, did you have an internship when you were a student? I didn't, but I wish I did.
Well, actually, I had 2 internships while I was in college. One of them was with a marketing research field office where I had the opportunity to lead focus groups and actually review and evaluate the results with management. It was a great learning experience. But the second internship I had was with a direct mail marketing agency. There, I spent most of my time at the front desk greeting clients and catching up on my reading and doing my schoolwork. Although that was supposed to be a marketing internship, my assigned mentor resigned shortly before I arrived, and she was never replaced. So, at Intern Boston, we believe that proper oversight is critical. We work closely with our sponsoring organizations to develop specific work plans, ensuring that our students' internships are relevant, focused, and educational. Prior to starting their internships, students are provided with this custom-tailored work plan approved by both Intern Boston and the sponsoring organization. So we don't want any of our students to sit at the front desk and do their homework.
That's what makes you guys the best.
Thank you.
Now, what do you find most rewarding about your work?
Well, I would say the most rewarding part of what we do is seeing how the students grow and really have that opportunity to try on a career during their internship. That's the most exciting part of what we do, is the one-on-one coaching with the students and kind of seeing them grow through their internship. If you were to ask me what one of the biggest struggles students face today, I'd be happy to talk about that. But,
please.
Well, it's interesting because kids today are reaching adolescence earlier physically, but they're actually arriving at emotional maturity much later than ever before.
Wow.
There are actually 2 very distinct neural and psychological systems that transform children into adults, and today they have grown further apart. So the first system is human emotion, motivation, and response to rewards. The motivation and reward center of a teen's brain turns on automatically and is more active during adolescence than at any other time in life. Cornell University professor B.J. Casey explains that this area of the adolescent brain is responsible for the intensity of first love, the never-to-be-recaptured glory of the high school basketball championship, and the deep downs of young adulthood.
Wow.
The second system of the teenage brain is known as the control center, and it's located in the prefrontal cortex. This center manages emotions, guides decision-making, and inhibits impulses. While the first system is hardwired into one's brain, the control center requires some work to develop. Psychologist Alexis Avila believes that this center of the teenage brain needs to be exercised and practiced to reach capacity. This tune-up occurred in pre-modern societies as children went to work at a young age and were given family responsibilities early on, so that when adolescence arrived, they could more easily control and manage adult turbulence. Today's kids are not given the chance to train their control centers, and unfortunately, school does not provide exercise for that part of the frontal lobe. In fact, the higher the teen's IQ, the more delayed the control center is in its development. Our kids are brilliant, gifted, and brainy, but their control systems develop late because they are not expected to learn things such as the family business, apprentice under a master craftsman, or observe a tradeswoman. Our young people's brains lag behind their bodies, and pediatric psychologist Ronald Dahl of UC Berkeley writes, today's adolescents develop an accelerator a long time before they can steer and brake.
Wow. I'm going to call you Dr. Robin from now on. That was fascinating.
Well, that's a lot of research.
Absolutely. So greater incentive to pursue an internship.
Right. There's essentially the opportunity to work in a productive way at a young age really helps to build a student's confidence and self-esteem in a much different way than getting good grades or having high test scores ever will. That's kind of the takeaway from this.
I love it. And also, we live in a very networking world, too, right? So internships really get you into the front door of contact people, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Kids often that we have placed, and we've placed over 800 kids.
Wow.
Prior to launching Intern Boston, but they often come back and network through their mentors. They come back for subsequent summers and go to work, and some of them even get full-time employment.
Oh, man, that's amazing. So, Robin, what's next for Intern Boston? What kinds of cool stuff are you up to?
Well, right now we have our Summer 60 program that we're working very, very diligently on, and we're focused on making that summer successful with our interns. We are exploring the feasibility of offering a school year internship program and hope to launch that in the fall. So that's kind of what's in the planning for right now. That has a few more challenges because obviously students can't get to their jobs until the afternoon, so we'll have a more selective group of mentors that we'll work with for that. But we want to be able to offer this program year-round, and we're working on pulling that together right now.
That is amazing. And what is the best way to reach you and work with you? So please plug yourself.
Okay. Well, you can visit us at internboston.com, and you may feel free to apply online. If you have additional questions, fill out the Contact Us form or call over to the office directly, 617-527-0055. You can email me directly at robin@internboston.com. You can visit our Intern Boston Facebook page, and please like us. And you can follow us on Twitter at Intern_Boston.
Awesome. And I always finish this question with our guests, but to any kids or teens listening to the podcast today, any advice before they cross that bridge into college and young adulthood?
Well, I guess my advice would be to try to find the time to explore something that you're passionate about.
Nice.
College is an exciting 4 years. It's also an expensive 4 years. So having the opportunity to try on a career before you get there is a great opportunity for you to maximize your college experience once you arrive.
Robin, thanks for joining us on the Prepped and Polished podcast. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Alexis. It was great being here.
And this wraps up our show today with Intern Boston's Robin Neff Clebnik. To learn more about Robin's amazing work with students, please check out internboston.com, www.internboston.com. And be sure to check out episode 61. We'll be doing our next tutoring tips episode. Thank you for joining us on the Prepped and Polished podcast. Now go out there and take control of your education.
You've been listening to the Prepped and Polished podcast. For more information, check out preppedandpolished.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for listening. Class dismissed.